That guy looked like either a southern pastor or he looked like one of those men in black. But anyway, let me give you guys a little short history. So 5 years ago, my wife and I had to make a decision to move from Macon, Georgia. And so I told my baby, I said, baby, I don't care where you go, okay? Timbuktu, I don't give a damn. We just got to get out of the South. So anyway, we had two choices. We had Lakewood, Colorado, or Bend, Oregon. So I flipped a coin. It landed on Bend. And so my baby said, Aaron, are you sure you want to go to Bend, Oregon? I said, yeah, fuck it. You know, we've been everywhere, all around the world. She said, babe, go up in your man cave and do your research, okay? So I said, okay. So I went up in the man cave to do my research. So I went on there, you know, I hit that favorite search engine, Googled. I Googled Bend. I started going through the research material, and I thought to myself, well, damn. We gonna be the only meatballs in the rice in that motherfucker. But I will say this. I love it here. I fucking love it here. And I just want to say for the record, I love white people. Shit. But I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. When I go back to the South, I say something completely different to my folks. I got them motherfuckers thinking I hate it here. And that's because I don't want their asses here. So I'm gonna let all you white people know tonight, y'all's secret's safe with me. So anyway, all right, so here we are, we in Bend. I get to Bend, and I started, walking around the neighborhood. And I will say this, the dogs that you guys have here, they are the most obedient goddamn animals I have ever seen compared to them fucking monsters I've had to deal with in the South. So I told my wife, I said, babe, you know what I realized? I said, whatever dog obedience school that these dogs go to here in Bend, I think some of the parents here in Bend need to take their goddamn kids to the dog obedience school. Because some of these little kids y'all got here in Bend, they're off the damn chain. Got me scared as shit sometimes to come outside and even go check the mailbox. Because I was born in 1963, Frederick. So you was doing your thing, you know what I was doing? I was floating around in my daddy's nutsack. So I'm just saying. But thank you for your service. And yes, I did 20 years in the Army. I retired Sergeant First Class, and it wasn't fucking easy. And so when people ask me, hey, Aaron, what was the best thing about the military for you? Leaving that motherfucker. Because what civilians don't understand about the military is that military service member, we walk a fine line. See, as a civilian, they say you're innocent until proven guilty. But when you fall up under the uniform called the military justice, your black ass is guilty till proven innocent. That's just the way it is. Now, I can stand up here all night and talk about, my military tours of duty and things like that. But just like Dylan, I suffer from PTSD as well. And so I need to make an announcement to all the Karens of Deschutes County that I've been diagnosed with some fucking mental issues. So when you see me pull up in the handicap spot and get out my car with these good legs, don't fucking assume that I don't have no disability. Because according to the VA, I'm fucked up in the head. And they got me on 5 medications. would give me a license to kick your ass, Miss Karen. So I'm gonna need you to take a step back from being a deputy in the goddamn Walmart parking lot. I'm sick of this shit. It's bad enough that I have anxiety just going to check the damn mailbox. Because people in my community be looking at me like I'm casing the motherfucker. No, I live here. I just bought a house here. So anyway, I say that because one time in 2019, I was going to the dumpster to take my trash out. And this lady named Miss Jane, she saw me. And back then I was smoking great Swishers. So it looked like a joint or a blunt, right? Miss Jane sitting in her goddamn window. I know, but nobody but Miss Jane ass. Call that damn po-po. So I left the community because there's no smoking policy in our apartment complex. So I left the community, guys, and went and sat in the park over there by Stone Creek. Watched a bunch of Mexican brothers build this damn house. I'm sitting there, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm chilling. I don't drop the wife off, the kid going with the school. I'm in my fucking blue pajamas and my jacket. I'm just chilling, smoking my damn grape Swisser. And then all of a sudden, the Deschutes County finest shows the fuck up in the police car. He walks up to me. Hey, sir, I can ask you a question. I said, what's that, Officer Collins? You seen anybody smoking marijuana in the park this morning? I looked around and I noticed that the construction work had stopped. All the Mexican brothers were standing there looking. They didn't have their cameras out, but they fucking stopped. I looked at Officer Collins and I said, well, Officer Collins, if I did see somebody smoking weed in the park, I ain't no snitch. I'm not telling. And I said, ain't it legal to smoke weed in marijuana? I smoke weed in Bend, Oregon. He's like, yeah, but you can't do it out in public. So I said, Officer Collins, can I ask you a question? Somebody called you this morning when they saw somebody walking through the community smoking a joint. He says, well, no, that's not exactly what it was. I said, you ain't got to bullshit me, sir. Somebody saw a black dude, looked like he's smoking a joint and shit, walking through the neighborhood, and y'all ain't got shit to do, so y'all responded to that. Oh, you should have saw the look on his face. He didn't like that shit. But let me tell y'all something. I love it here. I was not gonna let no bullshit like that deter me from leaving this beautiful motherfucker. Oh my God, I wish I would have found out about Ben when I retired in 2002. So now you may be wondering, what he got in the bag? Y'all remember that movie with Brad Pitt, Handsome Ass? What's in the bag? What's in the bag? But anyway, I got something in the bag, okay? And it's gonna take me back, but I just wanna give y'all something that y'all never forget. So bear with me. I'm gonna close tonight. All the goddamn time I need. Anyway, in the evening time, Sunday morning, this is how I go to church. So I look like a pastor. And in a former life, yes, I was a pastor by day. But at night, oh, let me tell you. Shit. I'm getting goosebumps already. Because in 2002, this was the last time I put this sexy motherfucker on. Just imagine the Like I said, let's imagine the pressure my wife must have been under having to deal with this sexy shit every day. Give me goosebumps, just, feel so good I want to touch myself. Let me tell y'all a little story. When I was a little boy, back in 1969, I was in the first grade. And the first time I heard about Vietnam was in 1969. Some veterans came home from the war. 1969, I'm a first grader. I'm a smart ass too. Thought I knew everything, right? So all these myths and lies and shit that they told about, the Vietnam vets, they was killing kids and all this kind of bullshit. So, all the people that never served, they believed all the bullshit and the hype, right? So they would pass that shit down to the children. And we gonna believe what our mom and dad tell us, right? So my mom and dad and my uncles tell me stuff like, you see them guys in them OD green field jackets, run nephew, don't fuck with them guys. But anyway, there was a couple old Vietnam vets in the neighborhood. They were alcoholics and shit. So one day, I'm out in the neighborhood and we had just got out of school. And so this old Vietnam vet came to me and said, hey, look, Aaron. I said, yes, sir. He said, did you pass to the second grade? I said, yeah. He said, you sure? I said, yeah. You don't know what you're talking about. So the old man said, you sure you passed, Aaron? I said, yeah, I passed, man. I said, they said I was retained. So the vet said, Aaron, they said you were retained? I said, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. You stupid and you old. I was retained. So that vet kind of scratched his head and he said, well, Aaron, I might not be the sharpest crayon in the box, young man, but retain me, your dumb ass didn't pass. Oh no, I wasn't gonna listen to what the hell no damn vet said. So I ran home to my daddy, who only had a 5th grade education. And he thought he was a goddamn genius. So I said, Dad, this man said that I was retained, I didn't pass to the 2nd grade. My dad said, that man don't know what he's talking about. So what I do? I go to my best friend, Chip. I go to Chip and I say, hey, Chip, where your daddy at? He said, in the house. I said, Mr. Harold, that Vietnam vet man told me that I didn't pass because I told him that I was retained. And Mr. Harold had a college degree. And Mr. Harold said, well, that Vietnam vet told you the truth, Aaron. You didn't pass. You got to do the 1st grade all over again, right? And immediately I started to realize that my best friend couldn't hang out with my dumb ass no more. So I guess Mr. Harold decided since I was retained, he didn't want his son to be fucking with Aaron. But anyway, that was my first experience dealing with a Vietnam veteran. And then my uncle, he went in the Army. He stayed a couple of years. And he wound up getting kicked out for whatever reason. But he was the main influence in my life and the reason why I decided to go in the military right out of high school. I told the recruiter, if you can't get me in the military within 30 days of graduation, I'm not fucking going. He got me in the military 22 days after I graduated. But I didn't go in the military to do 20 years. I went in 1982. I went home in 1985 and married my 17-year-old childhood sweetheart. We celebrated 38 years of marriage this June. 1986, I was going to ETS. And for you civilians, that means expiration time of service. I mean, I'm going to get the fuck out. But my wife, not knowing, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that she was a fucking military recruiter. She decided that we should go to Europe before I get out. Okay, so in 86, I would have had 4 years. We decided to re-enlist. I did a 6-year re-enlistment, went to Holland. Loved it. Next thing I know, I'm in this motherfucker 10 years. And my baby said, well, babe, well, since you've been in 10 years, you on the downstroke now. I'm thinking to myself, where is she getting this shit from? And then it dawned on me, guys, she getting it from the other military wives. They was hipping her to the game. They was like, boots him up, girl, boots him up, girl, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. And next thing I know, I wound up re-enlisting indefinitely and shit. I said, I must be on some crack. But oh my God, when I got that 18 and a half year mark, I started feeling myself then. I said, yeah, motherfucker went in at 18, he gonna retire at 38 years old and get that damn military retirement check for the rest of his life. Shit, you can't beat that. I said, oh my God, my mama would be so proud of me. So when I got out of basic training at AIT and came home for the very first time in my uniform, and like I said, I'm a singer-songwriter, and so when the military in basic training, you know, you do cadence. Left, right on left, right on left. And you know, and the drill sergeant and me, we used to go at it all the time because that motherfucker couldn't sing. You know? And I thought I could do it better than him. I just didn't have the smoking and bandit hat. And we was standing in formation, left, right on left, right on left. And then one time we got to marching and shit, and he started saying, well, Private Johnson, you think you can do it better than me? I said, yeah, drill sergeant. He said, well, get your big head ass out here then. Let me show you. I got out there in front of them 80 soldiers, and I was like, they say that in the army, the women are mighty fine. They look like Phyllis Diller and walk like Frankenstein. Oh Lord, I wanna go. And the platoon went fucking nuts. But then when I said this one, they say that in the army, the pay is mighty fine. They give you $100 and take back 99. Oh my God. He didn't like that shit. But he knew I had that melodious voice. So anyway, 20 years later, April 2002, I retired. My life changes. Now I'm back to being a civilian. But when you spend time in the military, you're not the same motherfucker when you come back home. You're just not. And in the military, I had a variety of jobs. I was an automotive mechanic. I worked on the Bradley fighting vehicle and the M1 main battle tank. So when I see those tanks on television, I can't say that, but I kind of get an erection. I'm sorry. You know, I don't normally do dick jokes, but I am circumcised. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I had various jobs in the military. And I got out of the military, and I also had various jobs. But in a previous life, I used to be a music critic. And Amanda, you in the audience, this is especially for you. In a previous life, I used to be a music critic. I'm from Macon, Georgia, the home of Little Richard, James Brown, Otis Redding, the Allman Brothers, and a few others. And so, as a music critic, various artists would come to my office to give, for me to give them my opinion of their songs. So, ladies and gentlemen, Bill Withers showed up to the office. Woo-hoo! He said he had this song. I said, let me listen to it, Bill. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. I said, Bill, you can stop right there. Have you ever heard there's more than goddamn one fish in the sea? Let her ass go, Bill. Damn, that song is sad. Come on. I said, go ahead on, man. I'll see you later. Work on that shit. So Bill walks out the office, guys, and here comes Otis Redding. Otis comes in. I said, what's up, we homeboys, right? So Otis said, hey, Aaron, man, I hear you this music crib, man. I got this song I want you to listen to. I said, let me hear it, oh. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. This way he fucked me up there. I have nothing to live for. Look like nothing gonna come my way. I said, Otis, stop. That's the saddest shit I have ever heard in my life. He said, but I'm not through, Aaron. He said, so he said, sitting in the morning sun, I be sitting when the evening come, watching the ship roll in, and I watch them roll away again. I said, Otis, please, you need to get a goddamn job. Please, Otis, with that shit. Get on out of here. So I decided I'm gonna step my game up and try to deal with a bunch of new artists. So one of y'all brothers, Chris Stapleton, came by. I love that motherfucker. Ooh, I love Chris. That boy Blackie just don't know it. Chris came in there, y'all. Used to spend my nights out in the barroom. Liquor was the only love I know. I said, no, Chris, hell no. Why the fuck are you sleeping in the barroom? And liquor was the only thing you ever loved? You need to get a goddamn dog. So he said, Aaron, come on, man. I said, no, Chris, I can't handle that shit. So he left. He walks out the door, and my brother from another mother shows up. Sting. Sting comes in. Hey, Aaron, brother, I heard so much about you. I got a song, though. I need you to listen to it. I said, let me hear it, Sting. Every step you take. Yeah, go ahead. Every move you make. Yeah, go ahead, Sting. Every step you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you. I said, you gonna be watching that girl from behind a goddamn cell. That is a stalker goddamn song if I ever heard one. Get your ass out of here with that. After that, guys, I'm exhausted. I said, I can't take no more of these sad songs and shit. So Sting leaves, and Bill Withers, I thought he was already gone. He hadn't left yet. Bill comes back. He says, Aaron, I was listening, eavesdropping, and I see you kind of having a bad day. So I got a song for you, Aaron. I said, all right, Bill. Ain't with that sad shit. He said, listen, lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend, yeah. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need, yeah, somebody to lean on. Then he said, I just might have a problem. Sing it that you understand. What? We all need somebody to lean. That's right. On. And I said, you know what, Bill? I love you. Thank you for that. But anyway, guys, listen, I don't know how much time I got, but it's some more shit. It's some more shit I want to say to y'all today that y'all might not think us military guys is aware of. I grew up in the 60s. My dad was born in the 40s. So you can only imagine what kind of father he was. He was a man's man. My dad didn't play the radio with no bullshit. Now, I got 3 adult kids. And I tell my kids, I can't raise y'all the way my daddy raised y'all. But I will tell this audience, I raised my kids like I was the goddamn Taliban. I didn't play that disrespectful shit. Oh, no. Because my daddy told me one time, he said, Abram, when a baby 18 months old and they get to talking shit, that gives you the right to chop their ass in the throat. I said, Dad, no. I can't do that to my kids. I'd be going to jail. These kids will pick up the phone and call CPS on your ass in a minute. So then, I'm sitting here thinking about Dr. Spock. Some of y'all know him, right? Dr. Spock, the child guru. Dr. Spock don't know shit. He ain't never had no kids. How do you deal with this? How do you deal with shit on the shower curtain? Because I'm trying to figure out, how did shit get on the shower curtain? So I asked my grandson, Izzy, how did the shit get on the shower curtain? I don't know, Papa. I asked my 15-year-old daughter, Johnny, how did shit get on the shower curtain? Nobody knows how the shit got on the shower curtain. And so I said, so Dr. Spock had to deal with no shit like that. And then here's another thing. You know, I love the LGBTQ, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever fucking letter they want to add next week. I love them all. But I got one issue with them. And I'm gonna let y'all know when I'm getting the fuck out of here. When I was a little boy, in this first and second grade, I used to love to color. So every other day, the school teacher, I couldn't stand her ass anyway, misregister. We would get construction paper, and there were days when she would say, okay, little children, anything y'all want to draw today, go at it, willy-nilly, go for it. So cool, I get my crayon box out, and I draw the house, and I draw the, the flowers, and my favorite flower was tulips. I was a tulip drawing motherfucker. I love them tulips. And then I get the sun, right? I paint the sun yellow and shit. And I got the rays coming out the sun and stuff, right? I got the clouds. I got the pictures of the birds flying in a V. And to top that motherfucker off, right, I would paint a rainbow all across that motherfucker. Then I woke up one day, and my 37-year-old daughter telling me about cancel culture and shit, and wokeism and all this kind of shit. I said, whoa. I said, I ain't been goddamn asleep. What are you talking about? I've been woke for 60 damn years. The LGBT community get my motherfucking permission to take the rainbow. Goddamn. Now, I ain't got no problem with the rainbow, but it seems that, like, if you don't go with the flow, then you're homophobic. I'm not homophobic. I got gays and lesbians in my goddamn family. Been in my family my whole life. But my issue is this. You can't push nothing down somebody's throat that they're not willing to fucking swallow. So anyway, let me tell y'all about my first gay experience. Sorry, babe. Because if you don't talk about the LGBT community, you gotta also talk about DEI. Some of y'all may know what that means, some of y'all may not know. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. So let me tell you about my first gay experience. I was on Reed Market, right across the railroad tracks. I saw this white dude, about my height, 6'1", had blonde hair. That motherfucker was built like Lou Ferrigno, what is his name? Ferrigno. Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was just built, muscles popping everywhere. Man, I mean, that motherfucker was like, he had no shirt on and some green shorts, and I think he had some motherfucker hookah tennis shoes on. And he was running, guys. He was running toward me, right? I was at the traffic light. He was running toward me. And that motherfucker had a thin layer of sweat just dripping down his body. I saw that shit. I said, damn, that motherfucker sexy. But then I snapped back into and realized, this shit ain't fair. How did sexy motherfucker get to run up, down goddamn Reed Market with no damn shirt on? Motherfucking pecs and biceps and tries and them goddamn quads was just popping. Now, how is it that's diversity, equity, and inclusion? Because if a woman try that shit and run down the highway, you already know what's gonna happen. So ladies, what I want y'all to do so that we can enforce this DEI shit, when y'all get up tomorrow morning, go run and take them goddamn sport bras off and let them motherfucking public floor. I'm Aaron Johnson, y'all been great tonight.